So let's talk about another grown folk topic here. Let's go there with, you know, this is on a relationship base. And I'm not going to keep it totally focused on the men and totally focused on the women. This goes both ways. So whether you're the man or the woman, you get involved with someone and it's all hot and spicy and going right and tight and everything is cool. Now, when they came into your world, you were a little bit more established than they were. You had a home, you had a couple of cars, you had investments, you had timeshare, you had property in another state, and you had a whole lot of money in the bank. They just had the average survival mode. Basic average job, no money saved, and all the love in the world. And that was them, their package. Now they brought that to you. Now in the beginning, everything was cool. You wasn't tripping on what you had. They wasn't tripping on what they didn't have. You got involved with one another. Things started blending and mixing. Things started getting real. You know what I'm talking about when it gets real. That's when reality hits your ass, Mortgage is due, the garbage, the cable, the PG&E, the timeshare quarterly payment. You know, you want to go on a vacation, but you're kind of strapped because you're the one that's doing everything. And now that you're involved in this relationship, it's not just one that you have to worry about, it's two. So you're feeling this and the weights of all that. And then on top of that, this person that you've gotten involved with, you've have, 2 years in, things are solid. You're just getting a little tired of the same old ho-hum-hum because they're okay with where they're at. They're not the ambitious type. They're not the type that want to blossom and go to the next level. But you are. You're always pushing and trying to make things happen. So then you get to this point where they start asking to be a part of things. Like, well, I think by now I should be on your house. I mean, after all, I'm here and yeah, I don't have what you have, but I do help. Or by now, you should have me more involved with your personal things, like your timeshare and, something. So that if anything ever happened to you, I'm not just here wasting my time and just be left ass out. How about putting me as a beneficiary on something? I mean, they start asking. And you both have talked about the marriage thing. You're not ready for that. They're kind of ready, but you're not ready for that. So you don't feel comfortable going there and you're not married. And even if you were married, there's some things that you had before them that is yours. Not both of y'all's, but yours. Now let's flip that a little bit because some will say, well, once you're married, you become one. And what's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours, and we're now one. So even if you had that house before me, it's now ours. So let's enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I may just catch that train that just went by. Y'all heard that? Okay. But I'm not because I need to finish this question. So as a matter of fact, let's just go head on and sell this house because you had this before me and you had a lot of other things going on with it, and we could take money out of this house and go on and get us both a house in our name and start fresh. I mean, they start putting down all these demands and they have 2 years in. So grown folks, tell me, is it unrealistic for someone to request to have a little bit of piece of your pie if you have gotten with someone who has a whole lot less than you? Perhaps that's why some kind of flock to their own, status. Usually you see the rich mixing with the rich, the poor mixing with the poor, and vice versa. You seem to have people mixing with their status category so that they're not really taken like this. What do you think? This is interesting. This is so real life. People go through it. It's happening. People break up about it. People get sued in regards of it. I mean, because after so much time in, people do sometimes have a legal say about some things. So what do you think about all this? I mean, it's getting to the point where when you got it going on, perhaps you should just stay single. I want to know what you guys think. Hit us up. We're grown. We want to know. We want to talk about it. Have you been in this situation, or do you know someone who has? And what advice would you give them? I want to know.